Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man the hell with rap." I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They'll also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
Killer, what's good,
Murder,
man?
what up? What's good with you? How you?
Where you at, man? That background look fire.
I do.
Brazil, man. Brazil at the moment. I'll be back tomorrow. Niggas think I'm on house arrest in the comments. I'll be back tomorrow. Niggas can't have no other business going on out here in the world, baby. We obligated, nigga. We obligated, man.
Yeah.
You know when you're gonna come down South America, though, man.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I need you. You could be my translator.
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Peso the Great.
How you say your name in Spanish, though?
Mason.
Okay, Mason. Okay.
Oh.
Call you at the rest of the
Peso.
Okay. Okay. I'll call you.
Muere.
How you spell it out when you say $. How that go?
Oh, man.
You didn't get that far yet, huh? You don't know your letters?
The letters is pretty the same. It's just you pronounce them a little different.
All right. How do you say it? Well, how do you say $?
Muere is my name.
My nigga Maslow. My man Maslow.
Look it up, Stat. How you say murder in Spanish?
I gotta hear it. I think it's like
Matatan's killer.
Something.
Matatan.
Okay.
That's killer in Spanish. Matatan.
There you go.
I know my shit in Spanish.
Me too.
I'm looking it up right now. Make sure I got my accent right.
While you look that up, you want to start with the trending topic? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get back to you, though. So we were expecting that answer. Okay. So one of the hottest topics right now is Darvin Ham.
Asesinato.
What did you type in?
Asesinato.
No, but what did you type in for the translation?
That's what I typed in. I can't tell you all about everything I know is that.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so one of the breaking stories right now, Darvin Ham agreed to join the Milwaukee Bucks as the top assistant coach to Doc Rivers. Do you guys think that this is a good fit for him? Mase first.
Well, I mean, it couldn't be any worse. I would start with that. Nah, let me stop playing. Darvin Ham seemed like a cool guy, but I don't know how this works out for Milwaukee, other than he had a lot of years that he played down in Milwaukee. I don't see how this really helps. I'm being honest. I don't want to throw any shade at Doc or throw any shade at Darvin Ham, but for the third time, I'm not at all clear why this was even necessary. If he wasn't able to get it done with LeBron, AD, and the players that they had, I don't think that he would do anything great there. They could bring him along for the ride, pause, but I don't think he adds anything other than just being a hometown person who was at Milwaukee. I don't get it. I think if this is the case, then Adrien could have been brought back. Adrian Griffin, that is. What do you think, Killer?
I think he's just going back to the crib.
Yeah.
He had success over there as an assistant coach. Obviously, it didn't work out with the Lakers, but shit, who has been working out with the Lakers? I'm not faulting him for that. It's very dysfunctional over there from every time, since the time that Magic Johnson was the GM with Rob Pelinka and he actually quit after the game, didn't tell Jeannie Buss, didn't tell anybody, came on First Take the next morning, just telling people he had to do what was best for him. I seen LeBron talk about it. He said LeBron was saying the reason I came over here is because Magic recruited me, and he didn't even tell me he was leaving. He didn't even say fuck me or anything like that. Pause. So I don't know. We'll talk about that later, but I'm definitely not putting any blame on Darvin Ham.
For the Lakers.
Yeah, for the Lakers organization, I'm not doing that. So I think he did a tremendous job for the time he was there. You got to think about this. He went to a Western Conference Finals and lost to the people who actually won the championship, which was the Denver Nuggets. They lost in the first round this year to the reigning champions, even though they're not going to be the champions this year. But they just have a better team. You know, it isn't like he lost to a team that he may not have lost. He should have lost to. They have a better team. They have Aaron Gordon. They have Jamal Murray, Michael Porter. Nobody could really do nothing with the Joker. It takes a whole team to do something with him. Even though Minnesota ended up beating them, Denver was tough this year. They was really tough. So I'm not blaming him. He's going back to the crib. And if Doc needs somebody he could trust, I don't know if he's gonna who has more loyalty. Darvin Ham has more loyalty to. Would it be the Milwaukee Bucks franchise organization, or would it be Doc Rivers? The real question is,
that's a good question.
Who's doing this hire? Is Doc Rivers bringing him back saying, "Yeah, I need a nigga on my team who knows this building, who knows the organization, who knows how to deal with them," or is Milwaukee suggesting, "Yo, let's bring Darvin back. He pretty much knows he can help you figure things out, navigate, et cetera, et cetera." I can imagine Doc Rivers is not going to hire nobody that he doesn't want to hire. You know, even his departure from the Clippers, it was partly because he couldn't be the GM anymore because he was doing a terrible job at being the GM outside of being the coach. So I'm not sure exactly who made this hire. Of course, it's going to look like Doc Rivers did, but is he looking for a friend? Is he looking for an ally? Is he looking for somebody to show him the nooks and crannies around the building? Or was Milwaukee saying this would be a really good fit? Because I don't know if his job is the first assistant head coach or the second assistant head coach. There's a lot of coaches that's on the team. Yeah, so he's going to be the top assistant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I can imagine Doc bringing him back if he's going to be the top assistant. Purely because he knows what's going on around the building. And he's been successful in Milwaukee. So that's just my opinion on that.
Was Darvin Ham the assistant when they won a championship at Milwaukee?
Yeah, 2018 he got there. Mm-hmm. So yes.
Now, if he was there, I mean, when they won a chip, then it makes sense, you know? They're trying to get back to glory time. They're not just trying to hire another brown guy for the job. They're definitely trying to win. And with that being said, then that kind of changed the narrative. Then it might be a great idea, actually, because it give them somebody to look forward to. That even if they have to fire Doc, you know how this goes, Killer. They put somebody right there that if we have to go in a new direction, then we already got the guy that we really want to win it with.
Yeah.
In the NBA, you got to think about that these days.
Yeah, it's just, I totally agree. It's just crazy how before the segment be over, you just totally flip your answer all the time. I just find that crazy every time. Started with this was a terrible idea. Now it's a great idea. But
terrible idea. If he wasn't a part of that championship team, it's a terrible idea.
Well, that's your job to know that. That's your job. That's your job.
Information
That's your
changes
job to
things,
know
killer,
that
all the time.
Yeah, but you're supposed to come in here with that information. You should know that. That's the thing. If he wasn't
I accept
before the
that
show
as an
started,
expert. I accept that.
Yeah, thank you.
As
I'm
an
thank you.
expert,
Thank you
I
for.
accept
I
that.
appreciate you. I appreciate that.
Okay. And then to answer your question, yes, and he was there for 4 seasons. I was trying to figure out his exact position, but I can't find that at the moment. But yeah, to answer your question. So then before we move along, just because I'm curious, and I know Cam used the term back to the crib, do you guys see an upside to him being a top assistant coach right now? Or do you guys think that he should have waited for another position with another team to open up at a different time?
No, I think now that the other information I gather from this situation, I think is perfect, because if he's back in a place that he thrived and went to the highest pinnacle at, then it has a lot of what can I say? It adds a lot of leverage to the team and give everybody more peace when you're trying to do something with the group of people that you've done it with before. Because they got Giannis there and they got a few pieces there from the championship team, but they don't have anyone in the staff of coaching that was there as well. So this becomes like an anchor in a sense.
Some guys are better assistant coaches than head coaches, and some people may not want the burden of being a head coach. I'm not saying that's Darvin Ham, but some people are just better. Mase made a great suggestion about Sam Cassell the other day, and why his name wasn't mentioned. We've seen him along the sideline and benches throughout the last maybe over 10 years from now. And he's always around winning teams. Even now, a lot of people didn't know that he's part of the Celtics. And I can't imagine that he hasn't got offered. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm just saying, some people be like, nah, I'm good. I don't have time for that, because you have fun developing players, helping players, showing them how to make their self better. But being the head coach comes with a lot of onus, meaning that you get the blame or you get the glory. And the Lakers organization is no glory if it's no championship. You don't get a pat on your back for second place. You don't get a pat on your back for making it to the Western Conference Finals. The standard is championships, and it doesn't look like that's in the foregone conclusion for the next few years. At least we can name a few teams in the West, which I believe we did a couple episodes ago about, that has a way better opportunity to me than the Lakers to get to the championship. So I think it's a thankless job unless you're going to win a championship.
Yeah, the West is going to be crazy this year for everybody in the West. I mean, you got to come with your game every day. Thinking about, they had to get them out of there too, because I don't see them winning. It's too stacked unless they get like 2 more players in the offseason.
The thing about it is I don't see any coach coming and fixing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you get. God bless the dead, Red Auerbach could come out the grave and coach them. They're not going to win tomorrow. Phil Jackson could come in there this week. They're not going to win next season. And that just goes to show about some of the stuff that we're going to talk about later on in the show.
Okay, well, we might be talking about some of that stuff now, because let's actually talk about the West. So it was announced Dan Hurley declined the Lakers head coaching job. Do you guys think it was smart for him to turn down that $70 million and the job to remain loyal to his position with the Huskies? Mase first.
If he turned down $70 million, I don't think it was loyalty to the program. I think there was some other items that I'm not privy of right now, but I don't see him turning down 70 if that's the job he wanted. I think when it comes down to just he wasn't the person for that job, especially because sometimes you talk to people and you start asking certain questions and you start to tell by the answers that they're giving you that this is not going to be the ideal place for you. I think he's ran it back twice at UConn, and they won both years. I think is more of a phenomenal thing to three-peat than to take that Laker job right now. And I think after he wins 3 in a row, that whatever job he's going to get, he'll probably get that same amount of money. So I think he did a smart thing by turning that down. You have the opportunity to do something in basketball that hasn't been done for at least probably like 50 years or so. So got to go for the legacy, title town. Killer.
Yeah, I don't think he ever was taking his job. He loves the East Coast. His wife loves the East Coast. His family loves the East Coast. They talk about Jersey all the time. Connecticut's a hop, skip, and a jump from Jersey. This was a great ploy to get more money out of Connecticut. A tremendous ploy. The Lakers are interested in you. You're the top college coach the last 2 years.
Re-up the night.
You're climbing you're climbing the charts from high school to mid-level college to blue-collar powerhouse D1 school when it comes to Connecticut. You find out the Lakers are interested in you. You always talked about having NBA aspirations. And this was a ploy. You go take the meeting. Now Connecticut found the extra bag for them, which was probably right up his alley. Get more money to stay where I was never leaving. Smart as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So why would you ever go to somewhere where you're beloved, you're basically the man, you're walking around like a king on campus, to where when the Lakers don't perform well, you're going to get all the blame. You're going to you'll get praise once in a while, because a lot of praise are going to go to LeBron James no matter what. But if it doesn't go right, you're going to get all the blame. And the Lakers, to me, did not come correctly if you're asking a man to do that. You're asking him to take 6 years for $70 million, and you're the Lakers franchise. I'm not going to get into a million different coaches, but Monty Williams makes $79 million coaching the Detroit Pistons. Come on.
That was a good one.
Come on.
Yeah.
So,
how many years, though? How many years?
So the same amount of years, 6 years. $79 million, and he's coaching the Detroit. He coached the Detroit Pistons. So,
and if they win, they get chicken. So you definitely can't do that.
Yeah. So you're sitting there, and you're supposed to be this historic franchise, and you let the man leave LA with a 70, or offer him a 70 piece, and he like, nah, this comes with a headache. This, Monty Williams won 12, 11, 13 games, whatever it was. And it isn't as much pressure on him. And don't get me wrong, it's pressure on all NBA coaches. But it's not the Lakers franchise. You're not going to be on Sports Center, the top 2 clips in the morning or the evening or the afternoon. It's going to be, and they lost again. They're on a 4-game losing streak. You get all that. And right now where you're at with Bobby Hurley, does such an amazing job. Half the time when UConn gets to these championships, I don't know who the fuck is playing for UConn. I just know that they fucking winning year after year after year. I can't tell you the 3 or 4 or 5 of the starters' names. So I think he's the biggest name in UConn, more than a player, more than the second leading scorer on the team, more than a Jeannie Buss, more than a Rob Pelinka, more than a LeBron James, Anthony Davis. When you think about UConn basketball, you think about Danny Hurley. And I think that he's the king of the castle where he's at. He's not obnoxious. He's not annoying. He's just in a great space. And I'm pretty sure that he'll get the money that he was looking for anyway with UConn.
Okay. So with Dan Hurley declining the position, what does this mean for JJ Redick?
I don't know. I think he's a foregone conclusion at this point, unless they were just using that as smokescreen. Because right now, who else you gonna go with?
Yeah, if I'm JJ Redick, my price just went up, whatever the price it may be, because y'all was talking all this. It could be me, Jason Kidd, Ty Lue. Jason Kidd, Ty Lue drop out of the picture because they re-signed with their respective teams right now. And then all of a sudden this last week we got a bunch of Danny Hurley noise. Not only do we have Danny Hurley noise, we got deals being laid out on the table, offering them $1, XYZ, whatever it may be. And that didn't work out. Don't run back to me like I'm sloppy seconds, because now I need the bread. And we may hear about JJ Redick or somebody else now. We still do have a lot of time, and I'm not going to say a lot of time, but it's June. I'm pretty sure coaches will be resting the next month and a half. Certain players are going to be going to the Olympics in Paris for the summer. So we have a little bit of time to figure out this thing, but I'm pretty sure before the month is over, the Lakers want to make a decision on which direction they're going in next season. So I mean, outside of what's this nigga, the JJ Redick, I don't really know. We haven't heard any other names, but we didn't hear Dan Hurley's name until last week anyway. That popped up out the blue, and it really wasn't like it was a race for the job. It was more, it's your job if you want it. From JJ Redick, my price went up, wherever my price may have been. I'm not just sloppy seconds, and the demands will be crazy. I need 2 extra parking spots. I need the 2 floor seats on the wood, 2 floor seats right behind the first row. The demands for me will be wild if I'm JJ Redick, because y'all was sucking dick. Bowl, it didn't work out. Now y'all back to me. Now I'm cool with what I'm doing. If not, unless y'all got a super duper bag for me. That's just me.
Do you think he gets paid the same amount they offer JJ Redick?
Who is that?
Do you think JJ Redick get offered the same amount they offer Danny Hurley? Or is it lower or more?
What I'm saying is, if it might have been lower, but now if it isn't, it's minimum what they offer Danny Hurley for me. Minimum. That's just me. I'm not going to sit there and take lower because y'all didn't get Danny Hurley. Y'all could continue your search. Now, I don't know JJ Redick's financial situation or how he's living day to day, but he seems like he's pretty well set if you ask me. At least his hair says so. You know, that's slick. Shit slick, should look like he getting a couple dollars. I can't tell you exactly what he getting, but at the end of the day, I'm not taking anything less than what you offered Danny Hurley. And just to make it look good, I would have settled for $70 million for 6 years, but make it 73. So it just looked like I got a little more.
I think they're looking at JJ Redick now that you spoke about his hair, like the new Pat Riley when Pat came in there. Just a young guy. He looked the part. New basketball, was fiery about it. And I could see the resemblance of what they're looking for.
Obviously, they wasn't looking for that, because if Bob Hurley took the job, JJ Redick, we wouldn't be talking about him right now at all.
That's how Pat Riley came about. They was looking at another coach, but he just ended up in that position.
No, that's not how Pat Riley came about. Pat Riley was the cameraman for the Lakers. The coach who was originally coached the team fell on his face and couldn't coach the team anymore. Paul Westphal took the team over, and then he hired Pat Riley as the assistant to be his assistant. Pat Riley was never looked at as the head coach. Pat Riley actually fell into that position because he is already within the Laker organization, and Paul Westphal was some bitch-ass nigga. And Pat Riley had more heart than Paul Westphal, so he ended up getting the job. He was never looked at or interviewed to be a head coach. He was already the cameraman working for the Lakers. That's why, to me, Pat Riley hired Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra was the cameraman. And he was like, yo, trust me, this cameraman shit can lead places. I was a cameraman too, my nigga, I'm telling you. So you got 2 former cameramen who are now world NBA championship head coaches. That's a fact. Both them niggas was cameramen. They both won championships.
Yeah, that is true.
You gotta give them their credit, man.
I mean, for JJ Redick, I still kind of feel like the decision was already made, just because I still feel like they put Dan Hurley as an option, so it just didn't look so calculated. I'm still sticking to that. Like, it still just doesn't make sense to me. But to Cam's point, now that he knows that 70 million was on the table, he definitely can negotiate more money because it's like, now I know
You
that
think
that's
he
that
gets
price.
more than 70?
Yeah, because they don't have very many options. 70 million is already out on the table. They need to find a coach. If you want somebody, you're going to pay me. That's what I would do.
Danny Hurley is more
There you go,
proven.
Stat.
Danny Hurley. I'm gonna play the GM of the Lakers. Danny Hurley is proven. This is LeBron's idea.
Is this coming from an objective point of view, or
Yeah, like he have no chops and paws in the game. He doesn't have any like history of coaching anywhere.
Yeah. I asked this, and
Yeah,
I'm
but,
not
but
saying
neither did Steve Nash. Just threw him in there.
And that was KD and them idea. That's what I'm saying. But they don't get to make
What I'm saying
demands.
is, well,
we giving you a
and
shot.
I'm not saying. Yeah, the whole thing is, I didn't ask for this, y'all. You know, y'all offered me a job. I came, did the interview. The interview he did was supposedly a few weeks ago. Y'all haven't made a decision. Then Dan Hurley gets the job if he wants it. Now, I'm totally agreeing with you. Dan Hurley is way, way more proven as a coach. But why would his name come out of nowhere if JJ Redick was already talked about weeks ago? Obviously, to me, they're going off what you just said, Murder. You got no experience. We need somebody with experience. But back to what Stat's saying and what I was trying to say is, bro, look, I ain't got no. I'll be JJ Redick. You could be Rob Pelinka, the GM.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me I got no experience? Look, bro, I feel you. If you got somebody better out there, go find them, because that's what you tried to do anyway. I'm cool. I'm actually hosting the NBA Finals. Totally, like that's my thing. I'm hosting the finals, nigga. I got a job at ESPN. I'm calling games, and now I'm the voice of the NBA Finals. So I could keep doing what I'm doing. If not, y'all could figure it out. You know, that's on y'all.
couple different scenarios, but in the comments, let us know what you guys think. And then Jason Tatum is now currently the betting favorite to win the 2024 Finals MVP. Do you guys think that Jason Tatum deserves that award?
Oh, they do anything to bring it back to light-skinned people. I'm telling you this much. This is crazy. There's no way he should be the betting favorite. Not based upon game 1, 2, or the games before this. Where's this coming from?
Odds.
Huh?
Betting odds.
Betting odds?
Yeah.
How though? How do you come up with that? Based upon game 1 and 2, how do you put him up above Jaylen Brown? Realistically.
That's the question I'm asking you.
He got the complexion for the protection. He got the connection protection complexion. That's all I can hear. I don't see nothing else. They're trying to smooth this over. Especially in Boston. I don't think it ever been nobody dark skin got the MVP.
Cam, your thoughts?
There hasn't been. Think about it. Who KG ain't get it. Paul Pierce got it.
To me, the best games so far haven't been from Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. The Boston team as a collective so far has been playing outstanding. Maybe they're saying what they think Jason Tatum is going to do. But if you're asking me per game, on the per game synopsis, game 1 is Porzingis, game 2 is Drew Holiday. And that's what I'm going by game to game. This MVP award is based upon a series and not a person of what you've done for me lately. We watched Andre Iguodala get the MVP one year with Golden State against Cleveland because he played outstanding defense on LeBron James. It wasn't Klay Thompson. It wasn't Steph Curry. It wasn't Draymond Green. It was actually Andre Iguodala because of his defense on LeBron and what he contributed to help them win. So if you're going on a game-to-game basis right now, I don't have either Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown leading as far as MVP is concerned. Now, don't get me wrong, these other players are benefiting from having them on the team, but that's the same thing as benefiting from having Steph Curry on your team or Klay Thompson on your team or Draymond Green on your team. Sometimes somebody has to step up, and right now the role players are bossing and stepping up. These people who make these betting odds, a lot of times they know what we don't know. I don't think the odds is just throwing that out there to throw it out there. I have no idea, but these betting sites know a whole lot about what's going on. I'm actually about to start gambling on the WNBA because I have an inside expert on the WNBA, and I do. I'm telling you, I'm being honest with you. Then the reason I'm betting on that is because he knows when they get their period. So when they get they're not gonna play good when they get their period. They go on the injury report. I'm telling you, go to your favorite WNBA player. Look when she's injured. She's gonna be injured that time every month. Got the inside. If you need some, all right, man. Don't ask for no tips later. Don't ask how I knew. And listen, I'm not being a male chauvinist. I'm not being a male chauvinist.
Get off of that topic right now.
I don't need your help, Mase. You change it before this is over. You're gonna change your opinion on anything, so I don't really need your help. You could call white bread, but go ahead. I'm not being a male chauvinist, disrespectful. This happens. This is a fact every month. Like this life. It's the way life goes. But Gary, I would like to hear your side. Help me out. Gary, I want to hear how you help me out. I
was going to transition us off the topic. But go ahead. You cooking.
It's a fact. Listen, man. Look, female, and I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. Females are strong. Some of the strongest women on the planet. You sit there bleeding for days.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, murder. Let me ask you a question. I seen Patrice O'Neal say this years ago. Imagine our nose bled for 4 days every month as a nigga. You got to put a piece of tissue in your nose every day. Then if your nose don't bleed, you panic. Oh my God, my nose isn't bleeding. What am I going to do? I'm pregnant. It's a lot females have to endure. And I think they're some of the strongest women on the planet. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because these are people who do odds in Vegas. I've been out there in Vegas for a little minute, so I'm going to get my feet wet. I'm going to figure out what's going on. If I want to place a bet, I'm going to put it in the right direction. It's no disrespect. It's life. You feel as good, Stat, no disrespect, when you cramping as opposed to when you chilling?
I mean, it's definitely is something that women don't want to go through, but we got to, so.
See? That's all I'm saying.
I come up here and smile every single day.
I would never know, Stat. You
exactly
game face on every day, man. Game face.
Exactly. Okay.
But let me add to what we was talking about, the MVP conversation. That's what I was trying to transition.
My bad.
No, what I was saying was that each game Jaylen Brown has contributed over 20, even when other people. I mean, we say, what's his name? Drew Holiday had an excellent game, and that was 26. That was only 5 more points than he had. Now, when you're looking at that, Jaylen Brown, you spoke about Iguodala, and I'm in agreement with that. That's where I'm kind of coming from. That he was actually guarding Luka, making it trouble for Luka, and also playing defense on Kyrie at the shooting guard. In both games, Kyrie didn't show up. So I think that plays into it too. That's what I wanted to share. He shut him down 2 games straight.
Good point. Okay, well, in the comments, let us know who you guys think should be MVP. We're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss James Harden's viral moment. Don't go anywhere.
Harlem shit, yeah, we the shit. Shit all year round is money season. Every flip counts. I got rich over this bounce. Girl, ain't no sales in Gucci. We ain't looking for a discount. No.
My man Sin City said,
it's only money.
it's only money. Ain't no sales in Gucci, baby.
It's only money.
It's only money.
acting funny? Yeah, it's only money.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. Wednesday, Game 3, Mavs versus Celtics. Underdog Fantasy has Kyrie at 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Higher.
Why did you hesitate?
I gotta go higher. I just got to.
Okay. Cam?
What is it again? Say that one more time.
32.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Kyrie.
You gonna say lower?
You don't know what I'm gonna say, bro. That's why it's Code Cam, man. It's Code Cam. Man. I'm gonna definitely say higher. Kyrie needs a breakout game, man.
Okay.
If it ain't higher, the series might be over, man.
Okay. Drew Holiday is at 6 rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Higher.
Lower.
Okay. And then Mase, as you would say, Luka is at 19.5 rebounds and assists. Do you have him higher or lower?
How many?
19.5 rebounds and assists. You do say Luka.
Lower.
Bet. Cam?
That's tough, man, because these numbers, this is great picks for Underdog Fantasy, because these numbers that they're putting out, these are the numbers they need to win. Have they been doing this the last 2 games? No. So this is great work by Underdog Fantasy to put these numbers together, because Luka had 1 assist the first game. And Dallas as a team, I believe, last game had 9 assists. So if that was the same game, Luka had 1 assist. I'm not sure. More of the story is the assists have not been coming for the Dallas Mavericks. Do I think he'll get a double-double in rebounds? Yes.
One of the games he
niggas
had a
gonna knock shots
triple-double,
down.
Killer.
He had triple-double last game?
Yeah, what was
Because
that?
the first game he did.
32, 11, and 11 in one of those
Did he?
games.
I know the first game he had 1 assist for a fact. I'm going to go lower, though. I'm going to go low.
32, 11, 11 last game.
Yeah.
32, 11,
Okay, my
11.
bad about that. Yeah. Then that's a great stat. I guess I was focused about the first game when he only had 1 assist. I'm going to go lower.
Okay. Download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. So James Harden went viral for his reaction after his girlfriend caught the bouquet of flowers at a wedding, and his face, the man looked stressed. So after seeing that clip and seeing his reaction, what did you guys think about James Harden's reaction? Cam first.
I don't know what niggas be stressed about. That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't see it. I didn't see the video. But what are you stressed about? Because your girl caught the bouquet, you're not obligated to do anything. That's what the world we live in now. She caught the bouquet, I gotta get married. No, you don't, nigga. You be in the strip club tomorrow night, nigga. It's not, to me, it's not no big deal. You know, you sit there and niggas make big deal out of nothing, man. Oh shit. Secondly, James Harden is notorious band thrower at the strip clubs. He likes the strippers. He likes Houston a lot. I don't blame him. I do too. But I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, I think it's funny because, like I said, I can imagine. I haven't actually seen a video, but I can imagine his face like, oh,
Yeah, one of those looks like this.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it, because it was pretty crazy. Like, it was pretty funny.
Like, what are you doing?
It was, yeah. I don't really need to see it sad. I'm fine. Whatever. Catching a bouquet does not obligate you to do anything. Personally, on the ride home, I would have been like, that's on you.
Mase, your thoughts?
Well, the young lady who actually caught it, she's kind of like family, so I think it was kind of funny that she caught it. I could say a lot of things, but I won't say it. She's like a family member almost. But I think when she caught it, I don't know why he looked so weird. Like Killer said, it's not like you have to do anything. But if she got married, I would be happy for her. You know, she been through a lot.
So let me ask y'all this, because I know you guys have both said that you guys are a little superstitious. So catching the bouquet doesn't mean...
Real quick, Seth, before you get to your question. What has she been through, Mase?
I mean, I don't put people with business out there. I mean, she you know, is a good person.
You said she's been through a lot. I wouldn't have been able to ask you this question if you haven't told us that she's been through a lot. Exactly what has she been through?
I wouldn't answer that. I wouldn't answer
okay,
that
no problem. I just didn't. No problem.
We talk. I feel you and bring you up to speed.
No problem. I didn't know if it was something that our audience needed to know about.
Oh no. She was actually one of the young ladies that was starting a podcast with us. So, you know, that's why I said she was family.
Okay. My bad, Stat. I was just wondering.
No, all good.
Trials and tribulations.
It's a good question. I was curious too. So yeah, I was saying basically, since you guys have both said that you guys are a little superstitious, if somebody catches the bouquet, that doesn't mean anything to y'all. Y'all would just bypass it.
What does it mean? I never knew what it
like,
meant.
When you catch the bouquet, like you're next to get married, like you're next to walk the aisle. So like we've talked about like Kyrie and the leprechaun, and then now him being 0-12, and like she caught the bouquet. Like that doesn't.
Well, she's actually that's a good sign for her, you know. I mean, she dated Chalmers, she dated Lou Will, so if she caught the bouquet with James Harden, that's probably a good sign. Why y'all looking at me?
Because you're the expert. Like we're looking to you for the answer. Like.
I think there's apples and oranges. Kyrie stepping on a leprechaun and him not being able to make a shot has nothing to do with a girl catching a bouquet. Because you have to do something. What are you going to trip into a wedding? Like, oh shit, I stumbled into marriage. Nah, Kyrie just can't make a shot. He's not playing well in the garden. You need a bigger batch of sage. It's not working out. You can't trip and fall into a wedding unless it's get out. Unless she gonna have him fall in the sunken place. There's no way. Listen, I don't give a fuck where we at. Go and catch a bouquet if you want. That's on you.
Wait. Let's bring that back. What do you mean by it's on her, Killer? If she catch the bouquet, you mad at her for catching the bouquet?
I could never be mad, but if you think on the way home you gonna be holding that shit in the passenger seat, talking about I caught the bouquet, music go up louder. I start looking out the window like this. This way, I ain't even looking straight. I'm over here. Get in the house. You get in the house murder. They start that. You got water for these? You got any water? Nah, I don't. I don't.
So why would if you was going to a wedding, would you tell her to sit down when they about to throw the bouquet?
Nah, man. Listen, because you know what happens is this. This leads to being curved. Because then if I'm James Harden, I'm talking about now. If you ain't got a choice and you financially fucked up, cool. But if you James Harden, you know, all that shit, it depends on who you're dealing with too. You know, you get all this in the background of the phone. Yeah, it been a month since I caught the bouquet. No ring, no name, ain't hearing about nothing. Yeah, I was trying to leave little bridal magazines on the table, all type of shit. Nah, man, you don't. Yo, bro, where did that come from? Who invented that? Yo, you catch the bouquet, you're next. Who invented that? It's white people. Who invented
that? Stat.
Invented that? That's what it means.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of the even when they say like when a ladybug lands on you, it's good luck. I don't know who invented any of those things.
Ladybug?
You never heard any of like.
Yeah,
No, I heard about a
you know what's
bird
crazy?
pooping on your car or
That,
something
yeah,
like that.
that's
What
one
does that
too.
mean?
Like there's multiple.
I didn't hear about no
Fam, I'm gonna
ladybug.
keep it 100. I swear on everything I love. I'm gonna try and send it to Nick before the show is over. It's a video. I seen it yesterday. Now, it isn't the bouquet for the men. It's something else for the men. When the men throw they shit back, I seen a video just yesterday. All the niggas is sitting there, all his friends or the grooms, whatever you call that shit, the niggas who be at the wedding. When that shit went up in there in slow motion, all them niggas ran away from it, and one nigga kicked it. It's a fact. I'm gonna try to find the video or something that nigga kicked that joint.
Yeah, I gotta see it. Well, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, it's good luck. I just wanted to know you guys' thoughts on that because it's circulating a lot for his reaction. I thought it was funny. Last thing before we wrap. So after his defeat by Blair Cobb, Adrien Broner had to get his teeth worked on after he got his teeth knocked out. A lot of people have been waiting for you guys' reaction to this fight. What did you guys think? And then do you guys find his career being over?
Oh, man. He lost his tooth.
Front tooth.
This is not good.
I'll give my opinion after PT. PT be with the nigga. You know, PT the one hanging out with him when he was money team and all that.
Yeah,
That's PT. PT. Yeah, let me hear. Yo, P, what you think about the fight Saturday against Blair Cobb?
Nigga look crazy.
Who look crazy?
AB look crazy.
You guys speak up. You in the mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. AB look crazy.
It sounds like a friend that don't want to say something that he really want to say, man.
Your homeboy was trolling him crazy. He had the Muppet that looked like AB and all of that, right? He was going, wow.
Yeah, he was.
Killer, he was super disrespectful.
Okay, P, do you think his career is over? Should he leave it alone? What are some of the problems that you think are occurring in the last 3 or 4 years when it comes to AB?
I think it's not the boxing, it's the shit outside the boxing.
What is it? Drugs? Yeah. Alcohol? What is it?
It could be a plethora of things. I don't know personally because I haven't seen him in a second, but he still got the talent. It's just the shit off the boxing, outside of boxing.
So you're cool. You're cool with AB.
Yeah, we good.
Why doesn't he let his hands go?
I probably, from what I think, since that
I know which fight you about to say too.
Madonna fight. Since the Madonna fight.
So he ain't been the same. He ain't been same since. He ain't been the same since the Madonna fight. I don't think so.
Like being knocked down or knocked out, so you could say sometimes that hurts people if they ain't never been knocked down or knocked out. So it's a different game plan, but when you go into another fight and you know how that happened because it happened to you, you more fighting safety than fighting your aggressive fight.
I think that makes sense.
Because you don't want that to happen again.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense then why he don't let his hands go, because he was punching going backwards against Madonna and he caught him trying to go left.
Mm-hmm. So now when you go into a new fight, fighting cautious. But he still got the talent, but I think it's probably
he's fighting not to lose. He's not fighting to win.
There you go.
Fighting not to lose.
There you go.
Yeah, my opinion on this situation is this. Is when you're a champion, a lot goes into being a champion. A lot is sacrificed and a lot is required. When AB was champion and doing his thing, he stopped to go on tour with Lil Wayne. He had a show. He started rapping full time. He started opening up for Lil Wayne. I'm not being funny. I'm dead ass. I remember watching the 24/7, one of Floyd's 24/7s, and they went to Lil Wayne concert, and Floyd was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" He had a big ass stomach pause, and Floyd's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Yo, and he like, "Don't worry about it. I'm gonna lose the pound. I'm gonna lose the weight. I'm gonna lose the weight." And I think that a lot of his
I don't want to say dreams, aspirations, because I know his biggest dream was to become a world champion in boxing. But sometimes you want to do other shit. You want to start saying, man, Lil Wayne said I can open up for him. Shit, I got some shit. Let me see if I can open up for Lil Wayne. You want to start drinking and fucking with all the famous bitches you can fuck with. You know, I follow AB on social media because nothing to do with boxing. I just think he's a comedian. He's funny. You know, he had put up a post maybe a week before the fight. He said, I can't sit there and watch my bitches pay for nothing. I just can't do it. That's why I turn my head. You know, I fucking sit there and watch him because to me, he says funny shit. I thought that was hilarious. But at the same time, he got a boxing match coming up. So to me, he doesn't take it serious, the sacrifice and the responsibility. We sit there all the time, and I know, like we talk about Michael Jordan or LeBron James or whoever, when, you know, we're lucky enough in PT more than me and Mase is around Floyd Mayweather. And when you think about Floyd Mayweather does, you know, I was in Floyd's club about a week and a half ago, and the man doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he's around that whole environment and doesn't fall into peer pressure, and might have the audacity to ask you to jog home with him from the club to the house. That's just too much now, don't get me wrong. I know we gotta do what we gotta do, champ. But that's what I'm talking about. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to say no to the alcohol? Are you willing to say no to the reefer? Are you willing to say, I know what time I got to go to bed? Are you willing to go in the gym and work for 2.5, 3 hours nonstop, not taking breaks in between? Are you willing to say this is what it takes to be the best? And everybody doesn't have that discipline. So when you sit there and say, why is Floyd the best? Is because, are you sitting there, are you willing to fight 20 rounds in sparring where they have to keep implementing different sparring partners because they can't fight 12 rounds straight because they're going to get tired? It takes a lot. And when you got habits outside of boxing, that's a problem because it's not a team sport. Everybody always say you don't play boxing. You play basketball, you play football, you play tennis, you play golf. You don't play boxing. And you can't tag a nigga in when you're tired or when you're not on point. But I think PT made a lot of sense in what he said. But outside the ring, to me, is the biggest problem. And you made a great point as well, PT. When you get in trouble and that happens to you and you're embarrassed, you don't want that to happen again. I'll finish up by saying two things real quick. AB, what I will say is that, you know, after the fight, couple days after the fight, you know, he's having fun showing people his tooth on Instagram, that he got his tooth knocked out, etc. But after these fights, to me, it'll be better if you take accountability, just my opinion, because when you sit there and everybody sees the fight and you walk away and you be like, these niggas tripping, I won. I don't give a fuck with nobody say I won, and you didn't win. You did the same thing against Manny Pacquiao. You lost to Manny Pacquiao, say he won. He walked into the locker room, he says, look, I'm going to just start selling bricks again. I ain't got time for this shit. You remember that, Pete?
Yeah,
I'm going to start selling bricks again. when you say that after a loss, it's like, bro, where's your brain at? You know, that's what we thinking about immediately after a fight. And what I don't want to happen to AB, and right now, today, I'm talking about today as we speak, you ain't nothing. Right now, you're going to be a tune-up. Somebody on the up and coming that wants to fight somebody with a title or get a lot of money, you'll be a tune-up fight. And I'm not saying that he'll step into that role. Like, AB got the attitude. Ain't nobody's tune-up. AB still think he should get $20 million tomorrow. So at the end of the day, that's where you're at now in your career as a tune-up to see if somebody else is good. Because before this fight, we seen you training with Tank. Tank cornerman was in his corner. That was Tank. I don't know if you knew that, Murder, or not.
Yeah, that was Tank man was coaching him.
Yeah, that's his cornerman. You know, They may have got back to the crib after the fight and told Tank, don't ask me to do no more favors. I'm telling you that now. I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing no more favors, Tank. That was it, because my reputation was on the line at this point. So,
yeah, because when he got dropped in the first round, the real issue was that he was hurt by how he fell more than the punch. The second round. Second round.
Right.
He fell on his arm. Like, it was like he may have sprung his shoulder because he fell awkward. And then when he got up, he was looking for his mouthpiece. Everybody was thinking he was finished. And I like the fact that he continued on, but he got a lot of things that's going on with him that he got to address. I think when you were talking about him taking accountability, that's just a segue into what he really got to do, because it's really the way he thinks that's the problem. And he got to get around somebody he can allow to tell him the truth, because right now it's just going to get worse, because he's going to run into more younger guys that will love to put him on their resume, and they're gonna go for the knockout. I mean, and I would hate to see that be his legacy, because he was so promising at one time. Being with Javante is a good start, but obviously he needs a lot of other work. And this is the first time we've come across somebody like this that the people would think we would really be joking. But AB, if you're watching this, we really wish you the best. And if you need any kind of help, reach out, bro. For real.
Shout you out, AB. Shout out to you though, man.
Yeah.
Great takes.
Well, y'all do all that. I'm not pampering niggas. Pause. That's on y'all. That's the problem now. Ain't no tough love out here, man. Listen, man.
Well, give him tough love. Go ahead, give him tough love.
Well, first of all, I'm not finished. I said what I had to say, but whole point is makes you talking about, you think he hurt himself more about a fall. The nigga was looking for more than his mouthpiece. He's looking for his tooth, nigga. You don't. The brain ain't knock his tooth out, nigga. When he fell, the tooth was out.
It was more than one though, Killers. The both. I think it was two. The front two.
That's my point. The ring floor didn't knock none of them teeth out. So maybe he did hurt his shoulder on the fall, but the ring didn't knock out none of his teeth. So I think he was gracious.
Like his arm was behind his back. It was crazy.
No. I get what you're saying, but that ain't got nothing to do with your jibs missing. You know, that ain't got nothing to do with that. So I wish AB the best as well. But how long we gonna keep wishing him the best? Listen, I called AB on several occasions to try and get him on the show, and you know. AB, I like AB as a friend. I'm talking about, like, he's a funny nigga, but this is where the buck stops. Like, if Mase is my man, and, you know, that's one thing. Like, my senior year at high school, Mase was still in my school. And, you know, he would hold me accountable. He wasn't playing anymore, but he hold me accountable. Cam, you're not doing this. You let niggas do that. Yo, come on, my nigga. I know we not letting so-and-so do this. And that's what real friends are about. Like, it gets to the point and I'm not going to get too deep into this, pause, but even like with my record label with Diplomats I'm talking about, it's certain things that went on to where I'm like, I may have handled situations wrong, but I know I handled them because it was about accountability, even with myself and certain other things. But I had to let people know we have to be accountable for what we doing. And sometimes I cold turkey a nigga and don't speak to a nigga because they're not taking accountability. And it's like, maybe I shouldn't have handled it like that. But I'm be like, I'm not going to sit here and watch you fail. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and watch that. I'm not going to be a part of it. If that's your destiny, I'm not going to be on the ride with you to that destiny. And that's what people need. And to the point where sometimes you get yes men around you because they like, I'm just going to shut up and get my check. I got to be quiet and take my check because this where my source of income is coming at the particular moment. You need real friends to tell you real shit. And if you can't have that around you, time will tell and time will catch up to you to where he's saying, damn, I should have listened to niggas, and it may be too late by that point. So that's what I have to say about AB. The last thing I'll say before wrapping this segment up is I'm really interested in seeing more Blair Cobbs fights. Very entertaining guy, talks a lot of shit. I actually seen some sparring he had with Devin Haney. He looked really good in sparring against Devin Haney. He only has one loss on his record, and it seems like he knows how to sell a fight. The press conference leading up to the fight with Adrien Broner, he was fucking funny there. Because listen, usually AB talk mad shit. He sells the fight. But for him to get under AB's skin to where AB saying that he got guns and murderers and he beat cases and that he'll have niggas shoot this shit up at any given time. That means that that means a nigga's under your skin. If you taking it to the guns and murder and all the cases you beat or didn't beat or still being looked for, that means a nigga in your skin.
He's wild.
Yeah, and when he was doing that, Blair Cobbs just was looking at him and said, "Oh, you big man." Like, he's that dude. I got to do some more research on him. But after I watched that interview, even before the fight, I started doing a little bit of due diligence on Blair the Flair Cobb. And he only has one loss, and he seems like a very athletic fighter. Seems like he's coming to fight. They only did 10 rounds, but he seems like he's coming to prove a point. So I'm interested in watching some more fights with him coming up. What I would suggest for Adrien Broner, just my personal opinion, and I can't get in nobody's business, a great fight that people still will want to see today, I'm talking about today, is Adrien Broner against Devin Haney. I think that's where both of their money's at the next fight. I would pay to see it, and I think it'd be an interesting matchup.
That would be really interesting.
It would. Well, in the comments, let us know how you guys feel about AB's career. But that is all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.